number one, we'll call the meeting to order and roll call of members.
Got it?
Everybody's here to count for. Item number two, the consent agenda.
Skipped over A as number one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There are,
Good job, guys. We love you.
nice.
Thanks for being on the board.
Nobody backed you up there. There are certificates there for you. I give those to you each year, but just want to take this time to tell you all how much we appreciate you and what you do for our school and students and ultimately the community here in Cherokee. I know it's a lot of times it's a very thankless position, and as Desi is toward the end of an 8-year stint on the board, it is a very honorable position and something that I think that anybody that's going to live in a small community to step up and make the decisions that you all have made and that we'll make in the future and kind of guide our policies and help us do the best we can for the school. Just a certificate, obviously, and a thank you isn't enough, but that's what we have for now. So we appreciate you all and thank you for working alongside us and for our school.
No problem, thanks. Item number two, approval of the consent agenda. If there's anything on there you want to go over, guys?
We'll just go through our general fund encumbrances, mainly just monthly bills right now. We haven't had any larger expenses and don't plan to have any, other than we are still looking at some things that we need to do as far as school security and where to spend that money that we received. And so we're hopefully here in the next month or two, we'll have a plan for those things. And so we may have some expenses to go with that, but we have been given money from the state for that. I hope that that's something that they discuss as possibly renewing. This is the last year of a 3-year commitment from that. So I think there's been a lot of really good things that have been done with that money, not just here, but other schools. And so hopefully that's a push and they can come up with some money, even if it's not quite as much as it was last time. So we will have that, but for now, kind of business as usual. General fund, nothing there out of the ordinary. Building fund, we did have APS here to do some repairs on fire alarm panels. So that was $156, was not too bad there. And then Keystone Child Nutrition Fund was a little bit less because Christmas break, Thanksgiving break, so I think November and December's bill is always a little bit less there for that. We did have another list of general fund expenses. Stillwater Milling Company, 2304, that was for the ag farm. Some panels and gates for out there, so for $2,304. Other than that, as far as our encumbrances go, pretty short list. Like I said, nothing out of the ordinary, so that's good. Any questions on that? Kendra's not here to go over any activity fund report, but I don't think there was anything there that we needed to do. Of course, we have a tournament coming up, so we'll have some deposits there, so that'll be good. Treasurer's report, that's this separate paper here. Kind of turn over there, turn one page, and kind of see all of our funds there laid out together. All of our funds are holding steady, and I do want to kind of mention that as we move forward, we are going to be watching some things pretty closely. Our revenue has changed quite a bit from last year because we had settlement of a tax protest, so we had some extra one-time money there. We had extra one-time money from the state to offset the salary costs when the teachers' raise come in. We don't get that every year, I don't know if we'll get it again, but yet we still have the expenses every year. But because we're not on the formula on the top part, that's how the state tried to make that right. So we had some extra revenue last year that came in. Right now, our general fund is, like I said, at 1.3 million. We've actually spent less to this point in the year, but we've brought in quite a bit less too. So it's just something we need to keep an eye on. Building fund is pretty steady there. Child nutrition fund looks a little bit lower, but we haven't got deposits. I don't know if we did get a deposit for November, Amanda?
I think so.
So I know we haven't got, so, anyway, so it looks quite a bit lower, but we should be getting a check there to kind of cover what that last month's bill was. We're just a little bit behind there, so it's a little lower than normal. And we should be getting our ad valorem payments sometime this month, and then so we'll have a lot better idea where we are there once we know. Collections right now are a little over 80% according to the spreadsheet that I got from the county office, so that's pretty good. I mean, if they can get over 80%, I think that's kind of what they shoot for. Other than that, I don't have anything else on any of those to report.
I make the motion to approve item 2, A, B, C, and D.
I'll second. Michael?
Yes.
Poe?
Yes.
Gibson? Yes. Collins?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
All right, we'll move on to number 3. Would either one of our principals like to do a report?
I feel like the holiday season just flew by, but we definitely had a good holiday season at the elementary. I want to thank our PTO. They came in and did a movie and a treat for all of our students. So as always, we want to thank our PTO members and volunteers. We also had our Christmas program, so I want to thank Mrs. Ware for a wonderful Christmas program. That's my favorite thing. It always just gets, I think, everybody in the holiday spirit, and the kids all did a really great job, and as did Mrs. Ware. Thank you to all the parents who made Christmas parties a success. That's always a fun time at the elementary. We're getting ready to start benchmark testing. We have 3 benchmark windows, and so we're getting ready to start our second benchmark testing. So we're hopefully going to see a lot of progress. And that's about it. We're looking forward to the spelling bee that's starting next week on January 13th. The first round will be in the classrooms, and then on the 20th we'll have the school-wide spelling bee. So that's it.
Students report tomorrow, so our teachers came back today. Over here, we had OATT training, technology training from our grant, which was really good. I think most teachers really enjoyed it, learned about some new tools. Our gentleman that comes and trains us is awesome, so he does a really good job with them. They enjoy him. Like Mr. Shawmark said, the tournament, sponsored by AC, starts Thursday, so be lots of basketball going on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We don't have school on Friday, which usually helps with the tournament just because we have a lot of people in and out during Thursdays, crazy enough, so Friday allows us to kind of focus on the tournament. We have a blood drive Wednesday from 11 to 3 in the auditorium. Next Tuesday is the trophy auction, and then, as Ms. Patterson said, the spelling bee is January 20th. When everybody will come over here for the auditorium. We will also start benchmark testing. I almost forgot about that. This is the first year we've done that since our past state superintendent spoke about going to benchmark testing. We're trying it this year, so I'm curious to see where we go. I'm kind of a fan of it just as a snapshot. I like short tests better than long tests that take 3 hours and kids get tired and don't want to try. So I'm curious to see how well they do on that. Other than that, I think we're all ready to get started. We're on the downhill slide. So.
Great, thank you. Item number 4, discussion and vote to approve or not approve the 2026-2027 school calendar. So a copy of it in the middle of the packet here.
So this is really very, very close to the same calendar that we had this year, with a couple exceptions. One being, if we did corresponding start dates, teachers will be coming back August the 3rd, and our first day of school will be August 6th, which is very early. So what we did, we sat down and Mr. Pruitt, Mrs. Patterson, and I kind of looked at this, and we've got a start date of August 13th, so that's a week later. We took out a professional development day there at the end of August that used to be county teachers meeting. It hasn't been a county teachers meeting for at least 5 years, I think. So, just because a lot of the trainings that we used to do at that time, we can now do online. And so there's really not a need for all 3 county schools to meet. I think some of the other schools are looking at that also. So we would be in school on that last Friday of August. That gives us another instructional day there. And then moving through the calendar, like I said, everything kind of lines up the same as this year, with fall break being Thursday, Friday, and the following Monday still. Full week for Thanksgiving in November. 2 full weeks for Christmas in December. And then still taking the Friday for our tournament off there. And then there's another Friday later in January. That is always during the Cherokee Strip Conference tournament. And we do utilize that PD day quite a bit after we come back, especially with these grants and things that we've had the last few years. And we're anticipating, being able to apply for another one, so there could be more training in the future. President's Day, we have that off in February. And then in March, looking at that, we would have the Friday off before spring break, of course, the week-long spring break. The Friday after spring break is Good Friday. We felt like it's good to take that day off as much as we can. We would be then back in school for a full week and would not have Friday, April 2nd off. That kind of is another day that we added back in. Typically, we usually have all Fridays off from spring break till the end of school. But to try to get that start date pushed back a little bit, that was one of the days that we felt like somewhere in there, we need to have a full week. And we thought, right there would probably be just as good as any. Still getting out of school that second week in May, with the last official day being the 13th. Graduation then will be on the 14th. That's kind of a PD day there. The state requires us now to have, as of now, maybe I should say, 166 total days of instruction. You're allowed to count PD and parent-teacher conferences towards that. So we have 161, according to this calendar, 161 days of school. Then we get the 7 days that we're allowed with PD and parent-teacher conferences hours to put it at 168. So that builds in 2 days for weather and keeps us without having to make anything up. Of course, if anything happened and we went more than 2 days, we would just have to be in school on those Fridays. I mean, they're kind of built in a way, but that's kind of where those would come from. The hour method that we use, it used to be 1080, it's 1086 now, because of, I believe because of the extension of the salary schedule. It got extended out to 35 years, and there was something in the state statute that kicked in that increased the number of instructional days and hours that schools have to go. So it used to be 1080, they added a day to it. It used to be 165 days, it's now 166. So it's really the 1086 method that we would be adopting. And like I said, we have plenty of hours built in there. Elementary school, they actually end up with a few more hours just because of lunch times. and they don't have the time between classes and things like that that is affected over here at the junior high and high school. This, I think, is keeping our breaks and all those things intact. The Fridays off in the spring, I know, help us out tremendously because of extracurricular activities. There's so much going on between tournaments and track meets, stock shows, that we have a lot of kids involved in, and they don't use their DCA days. So I think this calendar works pretty well. The only thing is there have been discussions about increasing the number of instructional days in Oklahoma from that 166 requirement to 180. So that's quite a few days, but if you just, if you look at this calendar, those Fridays in the spring, maybe a Monday to fall break, we can get to that pretty quick. And we'd really probably go back to what most of us were used to when we were in school. So it seems like a lot, but I think this calendar and the way it's set up does allow us, it gives us some flexibility. If that were to happen, we really wouldn't have to adjust and change a whole lot. So, and I think, I know Mr. Pruitt had a meeting first thing here with the staff this morning, and he said they were ready, especially being able to move it back and not starting that first week in August, which, like I said, it really does seem early in August, even at the 13th. But when you go through and you do the math, it's that. The other option is to go a week later in May. And it's been my experience that going longer is a lot harder on everybody than starting a little early. So.
Yeah. I didn't start school till September 2nd.
Yeah.
You probably remember that, don't you?
No.
We're always into August.
Yeah, it was pretty late. I just know we
It's
had
always
enough.
after Labor Day.
We had enough to get at least a week or two of 2 days in, I know that. And then, like I said, along with that, with the next item, not to jump around here, but we would just need to, if we approve this calendar, approve the 1086 method, because that way I can turn that in. I have to show that we voted on that as well for the State Department. So that's all that next item is there too.
I'll make a motion to approve 4 and 5.
Second.
Michael?
Yes.
Poe?
Yep.
Gibson?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes. All right, we'll move on to item number 6. This proposed executive session to discuss the superintendent contract. I'll make a motion.
I'll make a motion to return to open session. I'll second.
Michael?
Yes.
Poe?
Yep.
Gibson?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
In executive session, we discussed the superintendent contract to approve or not approve said contract pursuant to 25 OS 307B1. And I will make a motion to approve the superintendent contract
I'll
to
second.
June of 2028 on the extension of the contract.
I'll second it.
Michael?
Yes.
Poe?
Yes.
Gibson?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes. I think we'll move on to superintendent's report. So,
I really don't have a whole lot. Like I said, appreciate you all, and Board Appreciation Month is all month long, so we will maybe be putting some more information out there to everybody about what it is that you guys do for us. So appreciate that, very much appreciate keeping me around for a little bit longer. Enjoyed it, and we've got lots of things that we're working on, excited about. As Mr. Pruitt mentioned, the OETT grant, And then hopefully, we'll be applying for a district-wide grant as well. We've got some ideas on what that could look like. We feel like we've got a good chance since the elementary got one, and building over here got one. And that's been great. They both touched on the benchmark testing. And, you know, I think that that could really be beneficial for us, kind of developing, you know, a system for us and how we track and monitor our students and their progress, and you know, what that may look like moving forward. But, you know, just like I said, I don't really have a whole lot right now. Looking at the calendar for January, and I think there's something on just about every day. So it's getting ready to get, you know, my friend Mike Thompson in Medford always said, what real Western in here real quick. So anyway, but thank you all, and that's all I got.
All right. We'll move on to item number 8, any new business?
No new business.
All right. Item number 9, adjournment.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second. Michael?
Yep.
Poe?
Yes.
Gibson?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.